Welcome to the first ever episode of Fearless Interventions, my new podcast. But wait, is a podcast good with one host? I think not. That's why I brought along my new co-host, Jacob Finkel.
What up? How we doing?
Whoa. I think we're pretty good, aren't we? Here we go.
Yeah, I think.
Welcome
I
to the
think that's
podcast.
perfect.
What's
Welcome.
the first
Welcome.
question we always ask when we think about making a podcast? What is a podcast? Take it away.
What is a podcast? I think a podcast is like two people or a group of people sitting down, having a great time, a chat, whether it's comfortable, uncomfortable, fun, boring, needs to be said, doesn't need to be said. It's gonna be great, doesn't matter. We're gonna do it. That's what a
Let's give a good
podcast is.
example. Polar Seltzer,
Sponsorship.
sponsor us. Yeah.
Amazing drink.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Have it every
Podcast,
cider.
talking.
Yeah.
Just talking, looking to have fun, you know. We are two 10th grade Jewish teens. I'm 15. You are
15, turning 16 in 2 days of recording.
happy birthday. Is it actually your birthday in 2 days?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in Israel.
Just text me. It's fine.
I'm not going to have my phone.
Do you not have your phone?
No, that's what I'm saying. For 2 weeks. That's why we have to. Okay, whatever.
Nah.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm
Alright,
going.
call me. Whatever.
Let's update the viewers. Let's update the viewers. Tomorrow, Sunday. Oh no, tomorrow, Monday, because we're filming this on a Sunday, not Shabbat. I am taking a trip to Israel with my grade, and my grade. We're going on a trip. We've been wanting to do this since 8th grade, there's an 8th grade trip set, but then COVID hit, and now we're doing it now. 10th graders, living it up. Okay.
That's rough.
So-
I was supposed to have an 8th grade trip. Didn't happen at all, ever.
Oh.
I also got robbed of a DC trip. Rest in peace, that DC trip.
Look, Fearless Interventions. That's the name of our podcast. What does it mean? Fearless Intervention. You want to start?
Yeah, let's break it down. Let's start with fearless. First part. So fearless to us is like we're not afraid. We're brave. We're willing to take on the challenge. If you put it in front of us, we'll take on the topic. We'll talk about it. If it's too controversial or we literally can't talk about it, we won't because we just can't. But if it's
Not because we're afraid.
because we literally can't.
Oh, bingo.
If it's a topic you're not comfortable with talking about, we'll talk about it. We'll have a blast talking about it. It might be serious.
No,
might be fun.
if you're not comfortable with it, we won't talk to you about it. But we will talk about it. Maybe. Okay, but you get the point. Here we go. Interventions. The act of intervening on something. So in the world we live in, oftentimes teenagers like us, just because we are teenagers, are told to sit in the corner, be quiet, be content, be happy. But we will not do that. We will put our ideas into the current world and really, in a respectful and proper way, share our ideas and, fearlessly be ourselves. Show the world who we are, show you who we are, and, hopefully you like that. Stay around, But yeah, that's where Fearless Interventions is. How did this podcast come about, Finkel?
Well, you texted me. You were like, let's do a podcast. I was like, bet. Let's do it. Try it out. Let's make it great.
Let's do it.
So what was your idea for making this podcast? Like, where did it come from?
That's a good question. It's a good story. You want to hear the story, Finkel?
I'd love to hear the story.
Okay. So in my school, another school story, we have this class. It's called Talmud. And one of the things we were doing was a case study. We were doing this case study on some topic of Judaism. And one of the ways you could present your findings and your learnings and your project was to create a podcast script. So I decided, okay, that's cool. That's a great idea. I'm going to make a podcast script. So I did. I created a full script, a full thing. I was like, this is amazing. This is really great. This is really cool. This is really fun. So I went to my friend Orly, and I said, Orly, is this cool? Just because, is this cool? She was like, this is awesome. You should make a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, something just came down on me. It was Orly. She told me I need to make a podcast. And I was
Orly
like,
was sad.
Orly came down, and Orly told me, oh my God. And Orly told me I should make, and I was like, that's a great idea. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this podcast. So I texted one of my best friends, Finkel, who is the reason why I chose him to be my co-host is because he lives in Boston, so it's a new audience, but also because he has interests that are not like my own. So I'm more interested in the music stuff, in the art stuff, and graphic design. And I'm also interested in sports, but Finkel is the rah rah NASCAR, football, soccer, whatever you want. Finkel knows it. And yeah, so I texted him, and then we came up with a name. You want to tell that story?
Yeah. Well, he texted me, and I thought he was joking at first. I thought it was like, oh, let's make a podcast for fun, do a couple episodes, call it a day. We'll probably get bored. But he kept on texting me about it, and I was like, oh, he's being serious about making a podcast. And I was like, I'm so down. Let's do it. It's going to be a lot of work. And I'll be honest, I had a lot of work to do. He did the majority of it to start with. I'll put my fair share in. Trust me. But he was like, let's do it. Let's make it. It'll be about basically whatever we want to talk about. And we'll have a blast making it. And while it did take us a little bit of time to figure out like some things, the name, that took a minute. But yeah, that did take a minute to make.
We could tell that story another time. Another episode. Check that out.
Another episodes. Names. So, episode 2, Electric Boogaloo. Names.
Yeah, that's how it basically came about. Look, I think this is going to be a place where we can just have interesting conversations, make you the viewer feel like you're here with us, you're talking with us, talk to some interesting people. I think. I mean, you want to talk about the structure and how this is going to be set up, maybe? Just give them a little bit
this whole entire podcast is going to be loose. We're not going to have it like, yes, we have a sheet where it has like some notes, but it's not going to be like, we have to talk about this, we have to talk about that. We're only going to be like, these are some ideas. We can cover these. We'll maybe cover some of these. It's going to be loose. We're going to be talking.
I could literally whip out my camera and just take a picture of Finkel right here and be like, oh, yeah, that's Finkel. And then there you go. That's my boy. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We can do anything.
Yeah.
We're here to have fun. We're here to live. We're here to, learn.
New experience.
Because our podcast is going to be, interview oriented partially a little bit. It's going to have a lot of like conversations with people, also just interviews with people who are in the sports realm, entrepreneurs, people who have interesting life stories, authors, food bloggers, everything you can imagine. We want them here. We want to talk to them. We want to learn. We want to fearlessly be ourselves for them. You see that?
Sir.
See that?
That's all. I did. That's what we're all about, We're going to do anything that we can to make this as fun, interesting, and
of course
the best podcast possible. That's just what we're going to do.
So, what is happening now? What are we doing? We are being ourselves for you, and I've already said that. We will cut that out. Moving on. Personal growth. How is this going to help us grow as people?
Well, we're going to learn. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot from people that we might not do a lot of research on in our own time. We're going to learn a lot from each other. We're going to learn a lot from ourselves. And we're going to learn a lot from you guys. All right?
Yeah.
We need to hear your thoughts on this first introduction episode, I guess you can say. We want to hear what you think about it and everything. What?
You know who I really, like the type of person I really want to come on?
Who?
Someone who knows statistics. You know why, Finkel?
Why?
Because have you ever learned statistics in school? Ever?
Well, not to burst your bubble, but I am next year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But keep on going.
No. But I mean, I don't get to, so I'd love to learn. Whatever. Anyway, this podcast, look, it's not professional. Look at it. Look at what just happened.
Yeah, no, not
professional.
Not planned.
Not planned at all. Look, we're gonna be talking about current events, topics, things that you know about, things that are in the media. As long as they're not gonna get us in trouble, we will talk about it. Thing is, we really want to just learn. You can, of course, there's going to be multiple ways you can stream and watch and listen to this. Spotify, and YouTube are our two primary ways. Check it out right here. Bingo! Look at that. That crazy? That crazy?
That's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
Oh, points up.
With
Yeah,
all
points
this-
up.
Was it?
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's an online podcasting right here. So,
Ooh,
but we'd
this is
love for
annoying.
you to.
Mirror.
Yeah.
This mirror
I
thing's annoying.
What mirror thing?
Like, I'm pointing over here, but it's really over there.
Look, right here, Fearless Interventions YouTube channel. Check it out.
Brand spanking.
Nothing up here yet, but there will be brand spanking new. Check out that art. Who made that art?
That beast of a human, the menace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, we want you to tell us what you want to hear, what you want to learn, what you want to talk to. If you want to be on here, send us an email. Mac, you let us know. And look, we're here. We're to learn. We're learning. We've never done this before. It's a learning process. There will be learning curves, but we want to make this amazing. I think, right?
Yeah, I think we can make this amazing. Actually, I know it.
We will.
We can.
We will
We
make
can.
It already is amazing. Look at this.
Yeah,
This
like
is amazing.
look at that logo. That logo alone is magical.
Magic.
That's just a magical logo.
Have you ever
But
seen a
we're
magical?
gonna be.
No, until
Huh?
now. You've never seen a magical logo before. Man.
Nope. But
All right.
our podcast, it's gonna be, fresh, new, teenager perspective. We're gonna upload schedule. Let's talk about that.
Ooh, that's a good one. Huh. So here's what we were thinking, right? I think we started with this idea that we were going to do it but that's kind of hard. We're teenagers, we're in high school, we're going to camp.
A lot going on. Yeah.
We have not talked about camp. We'll do that next. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll do.
We'll do that next. That's a whole episode. Hold on. We'll do that next. First of all, upload schedule. Right now, we can promise you're going to get 10 episodes. 10. That's what we can promise you. Can we tell you the exact time frame? No, but hopefully it'll be relatively steady and then it'll continue. But 10 for now, that's what we can promise you. I hope you're just as excited as we are. We are super excited. But look, we should tell the story about how we met.
Oh yeah.
How did we meet?
That's a good story. Or do you want to save that for the camp episode?
I think we should talk about a brief idea.
All right. So we met in our fifth year. It was fifth year. Fifth year at camp. He stayed full year. Sorry.
Camp Yavneh.
This man stayed full year at Camp Yavneh in New Hampshire. Check it out. Join. Come. We need it to grow. It's a great camp. Need more land, to be honest. Too cramped. But great camp. Amazing camp. He had a blast first session, from what I heard. And I only came second session because I didn't want to go full because I wanted a break. And then go into second session, have a blast there, and I did. He was in a whole entire different bunk. Even though they were literally right next to each other, he was in a different bunk than I was. We still talked, we were friends. And after camp, we talked here and there. It wasn't anything really. But then come this past summer was different. It was very different. We were all in one bunk, and we all became really good friends. And me and Max, we became like bros. Like he's my guy. I can lean on him. I'm hoping he can lean on me. I know he can. Actually,
I can lean on him. We should play some Count on Me music. Count on Me.
Whoa, copyright.
Oh,
don't want to sing too perfect.
Sponsor us.
Anyways,
yeah,
we became really good friends. And after camp, we became even closer. I went to New York in October. He came to Boston, stayed at my house in December.
Maybe someday you guys will get an in-person episode. You never know.
Yeah, what? TBD. It will happen. We don't know when, but it will happen.
Camp filming. Ooh, that'd be crazy.
Oh, KTV?
KTV. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Moving on. So yeah, some of what we're going to be talking about is going to be a little bit camp oriented. We're going to try our best to keep you filled in if you don't know what we're talking about. Maybe a little bit won't be, but majority of the stuff won't be about camp. We're going to be really just talking about current things, everything you want to hear about, I'll tell a quick story about how me and Finkel met from my perspective. Similar to Finkel, we went through our first summer at Levine, second session, separate, but we were close, we were friendly, we talked a bunch. And then after the summer, we didn't really talk. We texted once or twice here and there, and then we got to a situation where it was the next summer, just last summer, and we were together. We were in the same bunk, and everyone in the bunk really came together, really came close. We really became a true family, I think. And me and Finkel, he became one of my best friends, and we've really hit it off. And then after the summer, he came here, we became even closer. I went there, we became like this. And yeah, Finkel, I mean, he's an amazing person, amazing things to add to this conversation. I hope I do too. You never know. Maybe not.
I do.
But look, we are here. We're passionate. We're ready. We're ready to give you what you want, what you're here to listen to, an interesting conversation, and something you can learn from.
Right.
So yeah.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. This is a shorter episode just because we don't have anyone to interview and we don't know much about what we're doing. But look, things should be longer moving forward. Yeah. So
yeah.
I think wrong thing. I think it is time to say thank you for watching. Where do you check us out? Say it with me. YouTube.
YouTube. Baby, that's fun.
Yeah. Intervention. Check us out. YouTube. What else is there?
Instagram. Soon. In like a second.
No, I mean, in a second.
Yeah.
In a second.
As of recording, in a second.
Spotify. Check us out on Spotify.
And maybe other social medias. We'll think about it.
You'll come. You have to check out the next episode to know.
We'll probably do TikTok.
Probably.
Thank
you again for checking us out. I'm Max Alperstein. This is Jacob
I'm
Finkel.
Jacob Finkel.
We will see you next time. Yes, you are. We will see you next time. All right, bye.